What's going on, guys? Welcome to today's video. We are going to be continuing work on the shop. It's going to be basically my workshop and storage for trailers, cars, just basically whatever. But it's going to be 48 by 80, and we now have all the posts up. So in the last video, we stood up most of them. I said we still had the 4 posts to do on the other side of the doors, and we got those done. We didn't film any of it because we did it last weekend, and it was incredibly cold and windy and snowy. It was pretty terrible, and I just wanted to get them up. Yeah, you can see there we got them up. Those there and then those there are the ones that we just did, and you'll notice they're a bit wider than the rest of them, and that's because this long wall and that long wall are actually the load bearing ones. So the trusses obviously are going to go across this way, and you need a lot of extra support. You're supposed to be a big header up there, but so these are 6 by 8s. All the other posts are 6 by 6, and you'll also notice they're quite a bit shorter, and that is because they were actually all supposed to be that shorter size. But at the time that I ordered all the lumber, they didn't have enough. So they sold me 20-foot 6 by 6s for the same price as 18-foot. So now all I have to do is cut all the top of those off, which is fine because you usually do have to do that anyways, just once you get your grade and all that. Next steps, I'm going to have to use my laser, probably get up in the man lift, figure out which one of these 6 by 8s is actually the shortest. And then that is going to then set the height for all the rest of them. So what I'm going to do is basically make a benchmark on all of these posts. I'll just set my tripod up with the laser in the center, go around, mark every single post at the exact same spot, and then measure up from that mark and find the shortest post of these 4. All these ones are obviously taller, right? So I'll go off the shortest one of those and see what we have. Hopefully we got 14 feet at least, because we also need to add splash plate or whatever, kick plate. I don't know what people really call it, but that's going to be the grade. It's going to be a 2x10 pressure treat. So let's do that and figure this out. Okay, so I got the laser set up. So what I have is this little thing here. It's not like a super expensive one. It was like 150 bucks on Amazon for the 2 of them. So what this does is for far distances, it basically reads the laser on there. So you can see it'll tell you if you're too high or too low. You got to bring it up, bring it down. Laser is self-leveled, and I leveled the tripod too. So that mark on each post won't be the same height or anything because the ground is moving, but it'll be the same plane all across the entire building. Then what I can do is measure up from that and see which post is the shortest and what we have to work with height wise, because I wanted 14-foot ceilings, got to have the bottom plate, and yeah, we can't add to the post, right? We can only go down. So just gonna go around, mark all of these posts, and then we'll see what we got. Now you can see kind of what I'm talking about. Just got it marked. You can see the pencil marks there. I'll probably pick this back up tomorrow. It's getting a little dark now. But now I can go measure from the top to that mark. Once I do all 4 of them, that'll tell me exactly which one is the shortest and which one is pretty much what we have to go by. We can now also go from this line down to the ground, and that's going to be where we put that grade board. We just went through, measured the tops of all of these, and this one, like I thought, was the shortest. So from the very, very top, 14 feet down is about here. So that's going to actually work out pretty good because that side is super high. I'm not 100% sure exactly where you're supposed to actually put this like grade board, but worst case scenario, if it's up too high, we can just buy like a 2x4 pressure treat, put it underneath. But this all has to be graded anyways, and it's all super low. Like it's all very sloping. And then you got to put like gravel and concrete and everything inside. So it being up off the ground, it's going to look a little goofy, but I think it'll be fine because once this is all level and graded, you can see like it's super high over there. And once this is all nice and level, it'll all be good. Now we can basically just measure from here down. And we found right here to these marks that measurement was 46 3/4. So now on every single post, I can go around and do the exact same thing. Measure from that benchmark down 46 3/4, mark it, and then that's where the top of the grade board is going to be all the way around the building. Theoretically, then it should be perfectly level all the way along. Then we can really start moving and go all the way up with the 2x4 bracing, basically like this. These are temporary, that's going to come down, but we'll start from the bottom and 2-foot centers all the way around this baby. So we're going to start on that wall We've already got our pieces all laid out and cut to fit. Kind of skipped ahead. We did this side. It all went well. So then we did this side right away and then just kept going all the way around. So that is now completely done. The grade board is set. And you can see in this back corner just how low the grade was here. Now that looks pretty crazy because it's at least a foot off the ground. But if you go up to the front of the building, it's only like an inch or two off the ground. I really don't want to have like a water issue. All of this is super low. Every time it like rains in the spring and stuff, this is all full of water. So I wanted to lift the building up, like raise the building. Figured I'd rather have this be a little bit too high than a little bit too low and end up having to battle with water issues and drainage and stuff like that. So this looks crazy back here, but also don't forget, we got to bring in like 6 inches of stone. And then at least on this side, we're going to put like 4 or 5 inches of concrete in the shop portion, which my plan is to divide this building in half basically. So it's 48 by 40 on each side. This side will just be gravel. That side will be concrete like it's an actual shop. We've done a bunch of measuring, figuring out the ceiling height and stuff. I think the ceiling height's actually going to be a couple inches taller than what I was thinking, but I'd rather, like I said, I'd rather be too high than too short and be disappointed that way. After we got the whole grade board down, then I went, I think it was this post. I went at the very top. So I measured from our benchmark that we put all around, and I measured from that mark up the same distance, which is 121.25 inches as that short post. So that's the top of that post. So marked it up top there. Then I started measuring down from there, like the 2x12, so like 11.5 or 11.25 inches down to center. Then another 2x4, 24 on center, boop, 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 all the way down. And this one is, it looks a little bit close, but it's because it's a 2x10, right? So it's so wide. So if you go center to that to center to that is actually perfectly 24 inches. And so to get that, all I did was cut these little blocks at 16 inches because technically center to center is 24 inches, but it's actually only a 16-inch gap. So we just cut these little blocks, cut 3 of them so we could do 16 feet at a time. This is set perfectly with the laser and all that. So basically you build off of that and just continue all the way up. So I did all the way around. Actually, I still have to cut off a couple of the ends. I just slapped them up there. But yeah, we got the first row going. And now the issue is going to be all of this bracing is kind of in the way for the next one. And I don't really want to take it off yet. So what I'm going to have to do, I said all these braces were in the way, but they were only in the way, I don't know, by like 3 inches, like right where this board was going to go. So all I did was take the screws out, one at the bottom, both at the top, pivot it, and just drop it down a little bit. So now I can run this whole second run, and that'll be good. Then I can remove this temporary one up top here, and then just keep going all the way to the top. I think that's my plan, is just to do this one wall all the way up as high as I can, at least. I don't know. I really have no idea what I'm doing. I might just continue to go all the way along the back. I have no idea, but yeah. So I'm just gonna put on time lapse now and get this row done, and then take this row off, and then I'm gonna have to do some measurements, double check that the like dimensions are still good. So about 17 feet out of the ground, and I'm sure at the top they're moving around a little bit. Now, like I said, I am going to have to go back and double measure like the outer dimensions, but it really should be fine because that temporary brace was holding everything at 8-foot centers, and that was holding the whole wall in spec basically. So once I took that off, I already had one like 6 inches away from it, so it really should not have been able to move at all. So I'm hoping everything's gonna be good. The 2x4 is 16 feet and they've been sitting out, which is my fault, like in the rain. I should have covered them and stuff, so they're a little wobbly or whatever, but at the end of the day, it's gonna be like a home built barn. It's not gonna be perfect, I know that. And it is gonna be white metal to match the house. So it's not gonna be like black or dark gray where you're gonna see a bunch of stuff. I'm sure you'll still see some wobbles and whatever, but overall, I'm not too worried about it. It's looking sick and I'm pumped. So I'm just gonna keep going. Probably get the rest of this all tacked up and then maybe go along the whole 80-foot back wall. see how that goes. Or maybe not. Maybe I'll start on the front here. Anyways, I'm pumped. So get back to it. And just like the first row where I made that little 16-inch block, for all of these other ones, for the 24 in center, I think it's a 20.5-inch gap. I measured it all out. So that's what I did here too. I made 3 of those blocks. Makes it super easy. You can basically just set them up there and then put the 2x4 on top of it and then start nailing and you're good. About 5 o'clock now. I think I started out here at 10 a.m. I got this whole wall done, all of the 2x4s except one more row, and then there's a 2x12 header, but I don't want to mess with that today. This is as high as I really felt like going. I'm still trying to figure out the best way to use the man lift. It saves a lot of strain, but I think it takes a bit longer instead of just climbing on it. But I also got this whole side done. Look at this, dude. Oops. Look at this. So it's really starting to look like something now, which is super cool. I got this whole long side done and that short side. So basically half the barn in one day. And I was by myself today, no help. Like I said, I just got one more 2x4 row and then we can start doing the header, which that's gonna take some time, but. A few days later, I skipped ahead, didn't film anything because the weather has been so bad. So I got the whole entire back wall done and this short wall here, except for that top 2x4 and then the header. So now what I'm doing is just going around checking all the plumb and the measurements and stuff. Everything is honestly very, very close. A couple of issues. This post here is now actually too far out. So I just got to undo these and kind of push it back in to get that back in spec and get that plumb. And then the very end post on that side is actually this way a little bit too far. So just got to do a couple adjustments, but I want to make sure I do it now while it's still relatively easy to do these adjustments, because there's just a couple nails in the end I haven't gone through. I'm going to put like structural screws in each joint of these 2x4s just to kind of help lock it in and stuff. So I don't have those up yet. So doing it right now, I can just kind of pry off each 2x4 independently and then let it kind of dangle there and then get the post set exactly where I want it and then go ahead and reattach the 2x4. So I'd rather do it now before we start putting the header up. I like to try and get it all nice and set and square and the measurements perfect, or at least as close to perfect as possible. And then we'll get the headers and stuff going up there. But I think I'm just gonna end this video right here. It's been pretty difficult to work in this weather the past couple of weeks, so I didn't really get as much done as I was hoping to, but it does actually look like something now, which is pretty cool. But hopefully next video we will get all of the headers and everything up and finish all the framing. And then we can get the trusses going, which I do have to order, but I'm really not looking forward to spending the money on trusses right now. So I've been trying to just basically push it off as far as I can. So we'll see how much longer I can procrastinate for. But anyways, that's gonna do it for this one, and I'll see you in the next one.